We got ourselves team one together with Amin. Gonna be up as a Shadow Priest versus Rot, trying to see if he can rot the boy down as an Assassination rogue. Swap back to Assass from that Subtle team. Amin, immediate trinket with a fear onto Rot as he is gonna go for that undead racial stun to follow. Void Eruptions are gonna be up. Mind Games to follow. Does he have himself the biggest go ever? He's gonna be dropping out DPs back to back onto the rogue Rod. Got himself full Cloak of Shadows. Big blades on Amin. Amin may have to go for big defenses here. Does he go in potentially for a disperse? He got himself full PI, full damage, full everything. He just getting procced. All the defenses are getting used up right now. That's gonna be a little bit of a desperate prayer. Does he play into the Power Word Life? It doesn't look like Amin does play into Power Word Life. Fear back into Rod. Maybe gives him an opportunity here to get a go. Yet another trinket out of Rod though. Amin does have the rogue very, very close though. Got himself a bit of a shield, but not a lot of health to really work with. Do they have any more survivability? Oh, trying to go for the X skin, but the Shadow Word Death claimed him as well. He tried to see if he can embrace the rogue with death, but I think the rogue almost died. Almost run down, but not quite fast enough, man. He was able to survive it. Man, he was trying to see if he could claim him in the embrace of death, but couldn't quite take him with him. The rogue has already felt the embrace of death. He's like, you know what? I've been there, done that. I don't want the relationship again in my life. Quick stab on Hotel, who could go for Zerk Rage. He could Zerk Rage out of this one. He could have Zerker to stop the rogue from being able to eat, because it definitely doesn't want the rogue to eat. Unless he's not playing Zerker. Do you not challenge a Zerker? Can you choose not to challenge a Zerker? I guess potentially disarmed by the rogue as he's just trying to see if he can lay out all the dots on the Talonist who gotta go for a Warbreaker shadowing. Pass the rogue defense is big. Big sharpened blades available. Might be able to get a lot of damage with the Rod. That's an evasion. With a parry up for Talonist. Bleed onto the Rod. Cannot evade those bleeds whatsoever though. Talonist just sees one more big execute. Oh my god. Rod was able to take him down. What was that? My man. Oh my god. Are you just gonna die? Oh. Man's sprinting. Oh, man's living. Oh my goodness, Warlock Hellstone came in handy at the last second, huh? Thank Chaos or Beastly, whoever is the one provided you one of those. Cheap shot by Chicago, as it looks like the rogue is going to try to see if he can get some dots on Chicago. He is going to go Cloak of Shadows immediately with a death mark. He's just going to go in there, huh? Sunder by Chicago cannot really cloak Sunder. Got himself a couple of more storms. Like he needs frame shock or frost shock at the end. As soon as take him down, and does end up wiping him out with Kevin just popping out in the opener. Big primordial into Chicago. Lava burst immediately. Does not gonna give Chicago a way out of this one whatsoever. Chicago taking a bit of damage from this lava burst back to back though. It's quite a lot of pressure actually. Big Ursex to follow. If only he had himself a big Sky Fury. There goes the Earth Shell. Frost shock onto that. Oh, Grinding Totem does it. Grinding a lot of those abilities. You definitely want to take down the totem as soon as it's out. Chicago still get a hit, but those Earth Shocks back-to-back freeze by Kevin. Definitely needs to get himself a Skykeeper. Maybe big zaps, so the Chicago does get a couple of those, but they don't really get the crits that he was hoping for. Got himself Black Nalasa, but it's going to be DR'd because of that Earth Elemental going in for the big Clobber. As soon as the Clobber comes out, it is a good stun, but it is going to DR the rest of his stuns though, which is unfortunate. Knocked back by Kevin. Chicago leaping back in, got himself a big Stormkeeper. Or no, Sundering. Stun totem by Kevin, but looks like it was able to be taken down. That or he had to move at the last second, potentially. Earth Shock on Chicago, at least could Frost Shock him and maybe get away, but Chicago breaking out of those roots with the Wolfy Sprint. Chicago looks like there's still plenty healthy. If they can re-engage back with Kevin, does hit him with an Elemental Blast. May just have him here, big. Oh, Lava Lash does end up whittling down little by little. It doesn't even look like Chicago's playing into like a big Elemental Blast. It's more like they're really just trying to keep the Flame Shock rolling. Lava Lashes for the consistency. Storm Strike for consistency, maybe some big punchy Elder Blast, but not really got himself like some kind of like a cohesive burst build or anything like that. But should be able to maybe hopefully fight through BC. Dampening isn't super high this time around. It's only 25% dampener. So maybe Chicago can fight through BC with all the dampening. He's walking into the zone. Most of his defenses are still at the ready. Fear going to be out onto Chicago. Does end up locking out BC instead though. Also has a grounding totem in case BC maybe goes in for some kind of big damage. That cannot really stop the Tyrant. Maybe can get the Tyrant interrupted. Chicago's going to be back there and is just going to have to find a way to avoid all the pets. Does root the pets out, separating BC away from all his Felguards and the Tyrant. It should be able to at least keep him solid here for a little bit. The Tyrant trying to see if he can get around the corner, maybe get one more blast out of Chicago. Chicago got big zaps at the ready for all of these pets as they all have Flame Shocks rolling on them. Then it's going to be an Obelisk down. Chicago trying to see maybe if you can just leap back towards BC. BC with a big heal. Chicago does have a wall at the ready. Definitely needs to start burning all the Maelstrom in order to catch up a little bit here just to make sure they don't fall behind BC. But one good interrupt, one well-placed interrupt could actually give him maybe a winning opportunity. Normal mana for Chicago, maybe could tremor out of this one. Does place a tremor ahead of time, so it's able to cleanse him off of any kind of fears. Beast kind of low in health, does have a pre-wall for this one. Does Chicago have any more damage to follow? Maybe they have a thunder. Oh, and Chicago does let him take it down the Warlock, taking him out of the gates, out of here. Chaos is going to be up next. Does Chaos give Chicago an honor duel here? I don't think he does. Or maybe? Oh, he does give him an honor. Wait, no. Chicago thought it was an honor duel, but then it was like, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, sorry, I was just trying to do a bow. Oh, I guess I'm going to go back there. At least I have a succubus to hit and maybe get some mana from him. So maybe kind of like an honor duel. Maybe kind of. At least Chicago, if they can get that succubus back over there, at least get some maelstrom off of that thing, then they can kind of sort of recover. But it looks like Chaos is trying to be extra careful. He knows that Chicago can just build resources off of that pet and he'll be mostly okay. Gonna be Chicago eating the damage from that earth of fire Chaos Elemental. Maybe can interrupt Chaos. Oh, grounding totem on that Chaos Bolt is pretty good for him. That's a welcome back up. Maybe soon. Oh, Chaos just turns around, just blast 1, blast 2, blast 3 into Chicago. And that's a GG. My God, what was that? Was it just the fastest Chaos Bolt in your life or what? Seriously, what was that? He reflected on me? Is that what that was? Oh, okay. I was thinking for a second like someone hit you big and then he Chaos Bolted you. I thought it was a Chaos Bolt. I thought he was double casting. No, it's just a perfect time to reflect. This guy's a monster. Dalaran gonna be up next. Got himself a Shadow Strike. He's playing a sub-rogue this time around versus Chaos. Succubus CC immediately gonna prevent Dalaran from being able to have a go. Is gonna trick out of the Succubus CC, but now the rogue is kind of exposed. Is gonna go for a vanish immediately. Does the rogue have himself a proper go here versus Chaos? He is gonna open up back up with a Shadow Strike, but does he ever go for a kidney shot? Because he may not have a kidney shot anymore. Does he? Big damage, big barrage in Dally. May need to go for a Cloak of Shadows. That is a lot of damage attacking him. Does have himself yet another vanish. And Chaos out in the open, just trying to see, make sure that he's waiting for the rogue. Is going to go for before the rogue can establish a proper stun. Chaos, oh, conflagrations are doing a lot of work though right now. Dally, no health, evasion, and Cloak of Shadows. Every defense is getting used up. Shadow Fury to meet him and just singes him right then and there. As he goes in for a shadowy duel. Wow. Fire Fist is going to be up next, trying to see if he can maybe stand toe-to-toe with Chaos. Not super high dampening. Chaos just loading up all those bolts, all those portals. Does go for reflect, and Fire Fist making sure not to hodge him immediately. But Fire, what is that? Huh? This man just blasted out Fire Fist before the man could react. Oh. Fire Fist got a bit of a bite to him. Chicago with 3, by the way. I didn't even realize it. Chicago does end up overpowering the Warlock. Well done, well done. He melted? Yeah. This Warlock is just walking in here. Maybe this guy's like, you know what? I know Demo's about to get nerfed. I'm going to start playing Destro. And it's like, oh wait, Destro actually got buffed up, huh?